Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got breaking news coming out from South Korea to share with you. As you can see here on your screen, South Korea's President Yoon Suk Yeol declared emergency martial law just in the last few hours. And I have on the screen here for you as well that he announced in a late night TV address Tuesday, accusing the country's main opposition party of sympathizing with North Korea and of anti-state activities. He also said in a surprise announcement, he cited a motion by the opposition Democratic Party, which has a majority in parliament, to impeach top prosecutors and reject a government budget proposal. Yoon labeled the opposition's actions as clear anti-state behavior aimed at inciting rebellion. He further claimed that these acts have paralyzed state affairs and turned the National Assembly into a den of criminals. So definitely chaos unfolding inside of South Korea right now. This is video footage of the military that has been deployed to the streets after martial law has been enacted. And I've got lots of information to go over this with you guys. So lots of things have been developing just in the last hour. This situation is unfolding very quickly. So martial law was introduced by the president. And then soon after that, special forces from the military started storming into the parliament in Seoul to prevent any members of parliament to come in and hold a vote to block the martial law that is currently ongoing. And the members of parliament were able to make it in. I think 190 of them got into the chamber, held a vote, and officially blocked the martial law in the country. And now what I'm seeing is looks like the military is starting to withdraw. So I've got lots of stuff to show you guys. So let's go ahead and start hopping into the news here. And let me share this information with you. We're going to hop on over to X now. This is from next to South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol accuses opposition of pro-North Korea sentiments and anti-state activities. President Yoon Suk Yeol accused opponents from the Democratic Party, which controls parliament, of sympathizing with North Korea and engaging in anti-state activities that paralyze the government's functioning. We will suppress anti-state forces as quickly as possible and normalize the situation as soon as we can. Martial law has been declared in the country. We understand this will cause some inconvenience. These measures are necessary to preserve the Republic of Korea, Yoon Suk Yeol stated. South Korea's Ministry of Defense has convened a meeting of key commanders, and all branches of the armed forces have been ordered to increase combat readiness. So very crazy situation over here inside of South Korea with major chaos happening right now. So I got more information I want to show you guys over here also from ViceGrad24 breaking. Full text of martial law declared on South Korea to protect liberal democracy and safeguard the safety of citizens from the threat of anti-state forces operating within the Republic of Korea. The following measures are declared across the nation. All political activities, including the operation of the National Assembly and local councils, political party activities, political associations, assemblies, and demonstrations are prohibited. Any acts that deny or seek to overthrow the liberal democratic system, as well as the dissemination of fake news, manipulation of public opinion, and false propaganda are prohibited. All media and publications will be subject to the control of the martial law command. Strikes, slowdowns, and assemblies that incite social unrest are prohibited. All medical personnel, including residents, doctors currently on strike or who have abandoned their posts, must return to their duties and fully resume work within 48 hours. Failure to comply will result in punishment under martial law. Violators of this proclamation will be subject to arrest, detention, and search and seizure without a warrant. Here's a picture of a armored personnel carrier inside of the streets of Seoul as well. Definitely, again, guys, crazy situation unfolding right now. Here's some more information, too, from the informant. Soldiers in South Korea are blocking the entrance to the parliament after implementing martial law to curb what he called the pro-North Korea activities of the largest opposition party. President Yoon Suk Yeol dissolved parliament. Several videos show South Korean military personnel approaching parliament and the presidential headquarters, with conflicting information emerging all the time, including possible dissent within the South Korean armed forces. Okay, so definitely this information is just really rapidly changing quickly. The situation over here is moving very fast. So I've got a video to show you guys and also a picture in front of the parliament building. Also, take a look at this. All right, so I believe this was at the Parliament building as special forces in the military were trying to block members of Parliament from getting into the building to hold a vote. They eventually were able to get in, but here's a picture out front as well, as also police were here blocking any entrance to the Parliament. Pretty insane, guys. Also from Vice Grad 24, breaking: the South Korean army rolls out onto the streets after martial law is declared. Here's a picture as well showing the military deployed out onto the streets. We can see lots of military equipment here. This definitely was a very serious situation, still unfolding at this time. Also from Vice Grad 24, breaking: South Korea introduces emergency martial law. Riot police have been deployed in front of Parliament, stopping members of Parliament from entering the building. So this is a picture that I just showed you guys a second ago, but we got video footage too to show you from the police that were preventing any members of Parliament from entering the building to hold a vote to try to block the emergency martial law. Take a look at this.
아니 막는 게 말이 돼?
All right, so as we can see too, this happened late in the night too. So imagine just out of nowhere, the martial law was declared and just massive chaos here inside of South Korea right now. So I got lots more information to show you guys. Here's from Vice Grad 24, breaking: the armies deployed on the streets of South Korea after the introduction of martial law. Here shows another armored personnel carrier in the streets inside South Korea also. Here's another video from Clash Report, breaking: South Korean special forces are storming the South Korean Parliament building. Okay, so this was an attempt to block the members of Parliament again from getting inside of the building. So we got a 30-second clip here showing special forces entering the building at this time.
헬기
All right, if you notice as well, on top of all these special forces entering into the building, we can also hear lots of military helicopters in the skies as well. So again, very serious situation. Here's another video as well that we had for you guys on the waiting screen when you came in from next to Streets of Seoul right now. So check this out also. Right, very scary to see this, guys. So yeah, again, martial law inside of South Korea, but as far as I know right now, I believe the martial law has been lifted. I have some information to show you guys as well as we keep moving here. But we also have a video from the South Korean opposition leader. It says here from Vice Grad 24, breaking: the leader of the South Korean opposition, Lee Jae-myung. The president's induction of martial law is illegal, and he's now no longer the president of South Korea. Looks like a major crisis is brewing in South Korea. Take a look at this, guys. 1 minute long.
비상계엄을 선포했습니다. 비상계엄을 선포할 아무런 이유가 없습니다. 군대가 이 나라를 통치하게 내버려 둘 수는 없습니다. 검찰에 의한 이 폭력적 지배도 부족해서 총칼을 든 무장 군인들이 이 나라를 지배하려고 합니다. 그리고 국군 장병 여러분, 여러분에게 명령을 내릴 수 있는 것은 오로지 국민뿐입니다. 윤석열 대통령은 국민을 배반했습니다. 윤석열 대통령의 불법적인 비상계엄 선포는 무효입니다. 지금 이 순간부터 윤석열 대통령은 대한민국 대통령이 아닙니다. 비상계엄을 선포했습니다.
All right, so as we can see, the opposition leader saying that Yoon Suk-yeol will no longer be the president. I am seeing some information as well that Parliament may hold an impeachment trial, and try to impeach the president currently right now in South Korea. I'll show you guys that here in just a moment. But here's when the members of parliament were breaking in and deciding to hold this vote. So it says here from Nexta breaking, South Korean parliament speaker declares martial law invalid after members of parliament's vote to lift it, according to Yonhap News. This was the actual news station that was covering at the moment while they were holding this vote. And the speaker did declare this martial law as invalid after 190 members of parliament voted against it, okay? Here it is right here as well on CNN. And it says, now lawmakers vote to block martial law decree. Lawmakers in South Korea have voted to block the martial law decree announced by President Yoon Suk-yeol. 190 lawmakers in the 300-seat National Assembly voted to overturn the measure. It's unclear what effect the vote will have on the martial law declaration. Under South Korean law, the president is obliged to comply with the vote. Okay, so it looks like it will be overturned, and the situation will return to normal, and we will see the martial law most likely go away here. And it says from Vicegrad 24, South Korean soldiers enter parliament after the introduction of martial law. So this was like a fire extinguisher that was being sprayed at the special forces as they were trying to enter the building to prevent parliament from holding this vote. And some of the members there were spraying a fire extinguisher to hold them back. This was soon apparently after they had already voted, okay? Okay, also from the informant, the Speaker of South Korea's National Assembly has ordered the immediate withdrawal of all military personnel present in the parliament. The president must immediately suspend martial law in accordance with the parliament's decision, as it is no longer valid. Military and police forces must also return to their posts as mandated by the parliament's resolution, stated the speaker. Unconfirmed reports suggest that some military officers and police personnel are refusing to comply with martial law orders. Chinese embassy urges citizens in South Korea to exercise caution after martial law was declared in the country. So yeah, what we're hearing is, for the most part, looks like the police are starting to, police and military are starting to comply with this order, as the martial law is no longer valid. Okay, here's more information also from Nexta. Breaking: police and other units are leaving the grounds of the South Korean National Assembly. They are not complying with the martial law anymore. Any and all soldiers who still comply with the martial law will be punished for sedition. This is South Korea's biggest political crisis since the 1980s, when last martial law was instituted. So here's some video footage showing some of the special forces in the military or police that were near the parliament building starting to leave. And here's a picture of parliament also after they held their vote. So we got more pictures here also from the informant. Initial reports indicate that South Korean military forces are beginning to withdraw from the parliament building. An impeachment process against President Yoon Suk-yeol is expected to move forward. There are also unconfirmed reports suggesting that the president could face arrest as early as tonight. So very crazy situation, guys. This definitely happened very quickly within a matter of like maybe 3 hours or something like that. We had the martial law being declared, and then all of a sudden, special forces entering into the parliament building, trying to prevent members of parliament to come in and hold a vote and block the martial law. They were able to get in. I think they were even breaking windows, I heard, just to get inside the building to hold this vote. 190 of them hold the vote and block the measure. And now martial law is going to be no longer in effect. Okay, also this video footage from Anton Yushchenko. Military is leaving the parliament building after the vote to lift martial law passed, okay, according to YTN. So take a look at this as well. We got a 24-second video here of special forces and military leaving the parliament building at this time. All right, I don't think there's too much sound in this video, really none at all, so we'll go ahead and mute it. But we can see a lot of these soldiers here starting to leave the parliament building. So it definitely looks like for the most part it's over, but this situation is developing right now and it's changing very quickly. So who knows what's going to happen here. Things could flip on a dime, but I'm going to continue to monitor this situation. This is the latest that I have as of 8:52 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the United States, or if you're on the East Coast, it would be 11:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So again, I'll cover the situation as much as I can, And if we get some other updates, I'll do another video for you guys, let you know what's going on over here. But very crazy situation unfolding inside of South Korea. And I was definitely wondering in the beginning, too, that maybe this was going to be the run-up to a war with North Korea. Doesn't look like that's the case right now, but definitely a major political crisis inside of South Korea unfolding at the moment. Let me know what you think down below. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.